Hello and welcome back to another video. Now in today's episode, we're going to be doing the 7th semi-annual teamwork racing, the first teamwork racing of 2026 to say the least. So for this one, like usual, we have our 8 teams laid out on the board right here. And of course, they're all going to be competing to not only be the winner of this episode, but also win the giant clear swirled crystal ball right here. But in order to do so, you have to be the last team standing. So for those who are new to the channel as well, or basically just new to marble racing in general, then I will go over the rules just for those people only. But if you already know the rules, then I guess you can just skip towards the actual tournament. But yeah. So anyways, how the rules work is that we have these 8 teams right here, and they're going to be going down the track. And the top 4 that make it will keep their team members, while the bottom 4 will lose a teammate. And of course, if a team loses all 4 of their members, then they are eliminated for the rest of this tournament. And of course, the rule changes of the amount of marbles that will move on will change over time until we eventually hit one team, and that team will obviously be the winner. So yeah, and of course the track, in which you can kind of already see it in the top right corner of the video. But for this year's teamwork racing videos, we're going to be using the Hubelino set. So 2023 we use the Imaginarium set. 2024 we use the triple flat funnel setup, and then last year we used both sets. And now this year, we're going to be using the Hubelino set as a bit of a change for this one. So yeah. Anyways, before we get this one started, let me go over the team names. So starting from the top left, we have Strawberry Red, Cat's Eye Blue, Lime Green, Cat's Eye Yellow, Mars Orange, Pearl, Grape Purple, and Lava. So now, let's get this one going. So without further ado, let the 7th semi-annual teamwork racing begin. So of course, let me grab our leaders from each team. And of course, let me place them down the track right here. So now, let the 7th semi-annual teamwork racing commence in 3, 2, 1, now. And off they go. Our 8 teams are now in the first funnel, and Grape Purple and Cat's Eye Blue already make it into the second funnel. And it looks like Strawberry Red is already going to keep her teammate, as well as Lime Green, Pearl, and Cat's Eye Blue. And here are the results after round 1. So as you see, only half of the teams have kept their full team, while the other half have lost a teammate. So the teams that were able to maintain a full team are Strawberry Red, Cat's Eye Blue, Lime Green, and Pearl. And as for Mars Orange, Grape Purple, Lava, and Cat's Eye Yellow, they are now down to only 3 marbles per team, giving pressure to the next teammate. But of course, we will see what happens from here as I grab all of these marbles. And now, let's put them on the track right here as we will cue the second round. So now, let's cue the second round in 3, 2, 1. Lava off to a head start, but gets taken over by Grape Purple. And the teams that will be moving on or keeping their teammates are Pearl, Lime Green, Cat's Eye Blue, and Mars Orange. While Team Cat's Eye Blue and Pearl, as well as Lime Green, managed to still retain their full teams, unfortunately for Grape Purple, Lava, and Cat's Eye Yellow, they are now down to their last 2 teammates. So therefore, they're going to have to step up their games if they want to stay in the competition. If not, then they'll have to go pack their bags and leave for the rest of this tournament. But of course, anything can happen when it comes to teamwork racing, as well as the track we're using, since the Hubelino funnels have some very intense lead changes. So that gives the bottom 3 teams an opportunity to catch up. But obviously, we will see what happens from here. All right, 3, 2, 1. And it looks like Lime Green's already off to a head start. But gets pushed around, and Strawberry Red takes the lead. Teams that will be keeping their marbles are Strawberry Red, Pearl, Mars Orange, and Lava. And would you look at this? Right off the bat, we already have 2 teams on the brink of death, in which those are Great Purple and Cat's Eye Yellow. So yeah, they're gonna have to really lock themselves in if they want to stay in the competition. If not, we could see it could be possible that we'll see a double elimination within the next round or so. But while on that, Pearl is the only team that has a full team, as both Cat's Eye Blue and Lime Green have lost their respective teammates. So yeah, Pearl, like I said, is now the only remaining team that has all four teammates standing. But of course, that probably won't last for long, but we'll see what happens from here. And can Great Purple and Cat's Eye Yellow manage to score in the top 4 and keep their teammates and avoid elimination? That's what we have to find out and see as we cue the next round right now. Ooh, Cat's Eye Yellow's in the lead, though. But let's see what happens. So it looks like Cat's Eye Blue will keep a full team, as well as Lime Green, Lava, and Strawberry Red. Wow. Just wow. We just got started with this video, and already we have a double elimination, as Great Purple and Cat's Eye Yellow have failed to make it in the top 4, and as a result, both got eliminated at the same time. Wow, that is just absurd. So therefore, they probably might have to return in the next Teamwork Racing video in order to redeem themselves, because wow, that is just absurd. And also the fact that they lost all 4 of their teammates in 4 rounds consecutively, which is just baffling. So now we are now only down to 6 teams, but now we are also no longer relying on any full teams, as Pearl has also lost its teammate. So therefore, we now no longer have any full teams for the rest of this video, and we're going to be doing we'll be doing a rule change. So now this time, the top 3 will move on, while the bottom 3 will go home. So let's see what happens from here. Three, 2, 1. Cat's Eye Blue getting an early head start, but gets pushed around in the second funnel. Now Strawberry Red takes the lead. Who's going to move on or keep their teammates? Lime Green, Mars Orange, and Pearl. Things ain't looking good for Lava, as he is now on the brink of death. So therefore, he's going to have to step his game up if he wants to stay in the competition and not be eliminated. While, of course, Lime Green and Pearl still have 3 teammates remaining. While for the rest, they are now down to a duo. But of course, we will see what happens from here, and can Lava manage to stay in the game? We'll have to find out. Ready, set, go. Cat's Eye Blue in an early head start, but gets pushed around and taken over by Strawberry Red as per usual. Teams that will be keeping their marbles are Strawberry Red, Lime Green, and Cat's Eye Blue. Guess Lava wasn't so lucky, as he didn't manage to stay in the top 3, so therefore he is the next team to go home. So now we are down to only 5 teams. So now like usual, there is going to be a slight rule change. So the top 3 will still move on, but the bottom 3 will be eliminated. And Lime Green is still keeping his full team, but we'll see what happens from here. And as for Mars Orange, he's on the brink of death, so he has to step up his game if he wants to stay in the competition and not be eliminated. But of course, we will see what happens from here, as we are pretty close to determining the winner. Well, not that close, but yeah. Lime Green's in the lead. Ooh. Keeping their teammates are Strawberry Red, Lime Green, and Pearl. And unfortunately for Mars Orange, he failed to make it in the top 3. So now he is the next team to go home, leaving ourselves with only 4 teammates or 4 teams left. So of course, you know, it all comes down to these 4 right here. Cat's Eye Blue is in the brink of death, but he still has a chance to make a comeback and absolutely dominate this whole thing. Lime Green still has a trio. Okay, sorry for that line flip right there, but yeah, Lime Green still has a trio. So there is a moderate to high probability that he could be the winner of this whole thing. But of course, anything can happen here. So let's see what happens. Cat's Eye Blue is in the lead. Oh, by the way, there is a rule change now, so the bottom marble will be eliminated. So it looks like Cat's Eye Blue is staying in the competition, as well as Strawberry Red and Pearl. So therefore, Lime Green will lose a teammate. Cat's Eye Blue managed to survive another day, but however, Lime Green is now down to two teammates. So every team has a duo except for Cat's Eye Blue. But of course, we'll see if that stays that way. Which obviously will most likely be not, but you know. Anyways, let's cue the next round right now. Cat's Eye Blue's in the lead again. And remember, for this one, positions do not matter as long as you don't end up in last. Oh, Strawberry Red got stuck, so therefore, yeah, high probability, and basically already certain that she will be losing that teammate of hers. Big oops. And now, thanks to that, Strawberry Red is now down to her final teammate and will be joining Cat's Eye Blue in the brink of death pile. So now both him and Cat's Eye Blue are going to have to step up their game and lock in if they want to stay in the tournament. If not, then they'll have to pack their bags. But of course, we will see what happens from here. While of course, Lime Green and Pearl still maintain their duos, or whatever you call them. But now let's cue the next round. Pearl in the lead. Let's see what happens. Ooh, Lime Green will stay. So will Pearl. And Cat's Eye Blues. So therefore, Strawberry Red is going to be eliminated. And with that, only 3 teams remain. Cat's Eye Blue has held on for quite a bit, but can he survive against the 2 other teams that have a duo? Or duo, yeah. But can he survive against the other two teams that have a duo? That's what we're gonna have to find out. As long as if Cat's Eye Blue doesn't end up in last, he is good. And Cat's Eye Blue stays, and Pearl gets stuck. So therefore, she will be losing that teammate of hers. Probably because she didn't have enough momentum when she exited out of this funnel, but yeah, but because of that, she is now down to her final teammate and joins Cat's Eye Blue in the brink of death pile. So now both her and Cat's Eye Blue have a solo team, while Lime Green still remains as a duo. But can Cat's Eye Blue and Pearl outdo Lime Green? We'll have to find out. Very intense. Looks like Lime Green will be staying. I mean, Pearl, I meant. And so will Lime Green. So therefore, Cat's Eye Blue will be eliminated. But good news for him, he still walks out with something as he scores third place. So, yeah, I guess I'll just put him in here. Whatever. So now it is between Lime Green and Pearl. So, who do you think will walk out of the 7th semi-annual Teamwork Racing as champion? Teamwork Racing champion, to say the least. Will it be Lime Green and Pearl? If Pearl wins this one, then we'll go into one more sudden death match. But if Lime Green wins, he is declared the winner of the 7th semi-annual Teamwork Racing. But of course, we'll have to find out what happens here. So now, okay, yeah. Anyways, let's see what happens. Will Lime Green be the winner, or will we enter one more sudden death match and determine the winner there? Let's find out right now. Pearl still has a chance, but Lime Green is one of our all-star veterans. So we'll see how Pearl handles this. Very intense. And it looks like we're going into one more sudden death match. So, who do you think will be the winner of the 7th semi-annual Marble Teamwork Racing? Will it be Pearl or Lime Green? We'll have to find out and see as we cue the sudden death match in 3, 2, 1, now. Off we go in the first funnel. Lime Green's going to be taking the lead into the second funnel, but Pearl is not giving up. And Pearl makes her way into the final funnel first. Can she make it? No! That Lime Green is going to be taking her over, so therefore, Lime Green will be your winner for the 7th semi-annual Teamwork Racing. Congratulations, Lime Green. You are definitely the winner for this one. Sorry, Pearl. You almost had it there and did fight pretty hard, but Lime Green is going to be your winner for this one. So there you have it. Lime Green is going to be your winner of the 7th semi-annual Teamwork Racing. While, of course, Pearl will be placing second, although she did try very hard. But unfortunately, it was Lime Green's time. But don't worry, Pearl. You still walk out with second place. But yeah, wow, this was definitely a very good one for sure. And honestly, this might probably be one of the most intense Teamwork Racing videos I have ever done. Although that's obviously thanks to the track I was using, which is the Hubelino set, because of how how compact these funnels are. So yeah, it does make for some pretty intense races, which is why, well, obviously this was an intense Teamwork Racing video for sure. But yeah, as you know, all of our teams here did very good, but of course the one who is going to be taking the victory is Lime Green, as he did manage to outweigh Pearl in the sudden death match, which Pearl, like I said, did try her very best and fought very hard, and while she did almost have it there, Lime Green simply took her over, and now because of that, he is declared the winner of the 7th semi-annual Teamwork Racing. Congratulations, Lime Green. You definitely deserve this one for sure. But yeah, now let's go over the final results. So first is I'm Green, who, like I said, is your winner of the 7th semi-annual Team of Racing. Second is Pearl. Third, Cat's Eye Blue. Fourth is going to be Strawberry Red. Fifth, Mars Orange. Sixth is Lava. Seventh is Great Purple. And eighth, dead last, is going to be Cat's Eye Yellow. Now, although these two teams here did lose all 4 of their teammates in the first 4 rounds, Great Purple did finish before Cat's Eye Yellow, so obviously she is going to be placing 7th, while Cat's Eye Yellow will be placing 8th. But either way, these two teams are probably going to have to return in the second Teamwork Racing video of 2026, aka the 8th semi-annual Teamwork Racing, in order for a redemption attempt. But overall, like I said, this was definitely a very good Teamwork Racing video to behold. And like I said, Box is probably one of the most intense ones I have ever done. So yeah, now I guess we're going to conclude it here. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up to share your support. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Subscribe to that notification bell enabled, and feel free to follow all my socials down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye for now, and have a good day.